Welcome back, everyone, to today's edition of the Deep Dive with Cleto and Stern and Licht.
Great to be back.
So today, our focus is squarely on questions 11 through 15 from your new book, Questions to Ask Before You Get Engaged.
That's right.
We're really diving into some, well, crucial conversations, stuff designed to give you a clearer picture,
Hmm.
of your potential partner and yourself, too, before taking that really big step.
Yeah, it's about not marrying a stranger, fundamentally.
Exactly, like a roadmap to really understanding who you're committing to. Let's unpack this.
Okay, let's kick off with question 11. The book calls it Severing the Cord.
Sounds a bit dramatic.
It does, but it's not really about, abandoning family. It's more exploring how you and your partner create a new primary unit,
Yeah.
you know?
Establishing yourselves together.
Exactly. It talks about transferring allegiance, that primary loyalty, shifting it from parents to spouse, and navigating independence from your family, both materially and, importantly, emotionally.
Yeah, and something that really jumped out at me was the research mentioned. It says that couples who manage this severing before the wedding, well, they seem to have a better shot at a flourishing marriage.
Makes sense.
It cuts down on potential interference, I guess. Helps you become a team, rely on each other more.
Yeah, a unified front.
And the book throws out this sort of benchmark question, doesn't it? Like, are you capable of living 2,000 miles away from your parents?
Whoa.
Yeah. It's a real thought provoker, right?
Yeah.
Just to
Yeah.
gauge that level of emotional and practical independence.
It's a powerful idea. It really speaks to the foundation of the new family unit you're trying to build.
Okay, so from those external family dynamics.
Yeah, the book shifts.
Yeah.
It goes deeper, more internal with question 12, praying together.
Mm.
This one asks about how easy, or maybe how difficult you find it to pray with your partner. The source really emphasizes prayer as the bedrock for intimacy.
The foundation.
Exactly, building all the other kinds of connection on top of that spiritual one.
Right, and it quotes Dr. Paul Tournier. He says something like, it's only when a husband and wife pray together before God that they find the secret of true harmony.
Strong words.
Yeah, it suggests that this shared spiritual practice can, reduce competitiveness between partners and enhance that feeling of being complete together.
So it's not just about going through the motions.
No, not according to the book. It's framed as being about shared vulnerability, having a common spiritual goal. That deep sense of togetherness really makes you think, what does this mean for your spiritual connection?
Definitely something to reflect on.
Okay, so from the deep spiritual stuff, let's shift gears to something super practical. Often tricky, too. Question 13.
Ah, yes. Saver or spender?
Seems simple, right? But gosh, finances cause so much stress in marriages. It just asks straight up, which one are you? A saver or, a spender?
And this is so critical to work out beforehand. Seriously.
Yeah.
The source actually warns that if you don't address it, different money philosophies could lead to disaster.
Wow. Disaster.
Yeah, but it's not just about avoiding fights. Understanding these sort of lifelong patterns, it can actually be an opportunity.
How so?
Well, a lot of couples find that getting on the same page financially isn't just about budgeting. It becomes about building a shared vision, Saving for a house, travel, retirement, whatever it is.
Right. Forces you to talk about values, long-term
Right.
goals.
Exactly. Turns a potential conflict zone into like a joint project.
That's a great way to look at it.
Mm.
Okay, so while money is practical, the next question, number 14, goes back to something more fundamental again. Beliefs.
Mm-hmm. Spiritual relationship changes.
Specifically, it asks how your own spiritual life and the source frames it as your relationship with Jesus Christ, how that has changed since you started dating your current partner.
Yeah, it's prompting some pretty deep reflection, isn't it? Has your spiritual life stayed the same? Has it maybe diminished? Or has it grown because of this relationship?
And the hope expressed in the book is,
The hope is obviously that both partners grow, that they encourage each other spiritually, that the relationship reinforces that vital connection for both people. It's about being aware of how your partnership is influencing your deepest convictions.
really makes you pause and think. Okay, finally, question 15.
Life before your partner.
Right. Describe your life and who you were before you met this person.
Changes happen in any relationship, that's normal. But this question helps you sort of gauge, are these changes healthy adjustments, or are they unhealthy shifts in who you fundamentally are?
What's the difference, really?
Well, healthy change is about growth, maybe compromise, finding new ways to fit together. Unhealthy change, though, that can mean losing touch with your core self. The source even suggests, listen up if your close friends or family say something like,
You're not the person you were before you got involved with.
exactly. That's a huge red flag, potentially. Powerful barometer, as the book puts it.
These really aren't just simple questions, are they? They feel more like invitations. Invitations to talk, to really examine not just your partner, but yourself.
Yeah, the deep dive isn't just the book. It's into who you both are and
Yeah.
who you might be becoming together.
It's about getting that insight now, right?
Yeah.
Having those maybe tough but necessary conversations early on.
Absolutely. Better now than discovering huge differences down the road when things are, well, much more complicated.
Couldn't agree more. Well, thank you for joining us today on The Deep Dive.
My pleasure.
And for everyone listening, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. We'll see you next time.